we want to take a second to talk about a word that you hear everywhere all the time that I really don't think you understand
Right.
what it means until you have it.
So
Let's play like a riddle.
should we Google what the word actually is? So it's just like, with this word used all the time, many people don't know what it means, and I'm just like, what does it actually mean?
I know. Listen, all of our phones and our computers are being used right now.
Right.
We're not able
Right.
to Google,
Fingers crossed.
search anything
Right.
of definitions.
Right.
But it's in real estate, there are like words that get tossed around.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what the people emphasizing the importance of these things fail to take a step further is, what does that mean?
Well, we hear a lot of times, and listings, leads, leverage. Leverage. We're not talking about the first two today. Maybe someday. Just let us know in the comments if that's what you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
And even if you comment, I'll probably talk about it anyway. So it's just like, but just comment anyway.
Right.
Leverage. One of those things that has saved my sanity. Leaning into it. Obviously, it's a very, very scary thing. It's not only saved my sanity, it's allowed me to be a lot more productive, a lot more creative. So necessary, especially with a business owner and an entrepreneur. Because the reality is we can't do it all. But as a business owner and being very prideful in your business,
Sure.
you almost want to be both hands on the steering wheel, control freak about a lot of things, because how you do things, your systems, your models, your creativity, your social media posts, your blog posts, your text copy, everything like that, it's tough to let that go to somebody else.
Yes, and I think as a creative, you being a creative person, that's so interesting that that's how you associate. You're like, okay, well, it's my creative. It's my name associated with the creativity and the message that I want to, portray. For me, that was yes, but also such a limiting mindset about how I couldn't afford it. I'm like, I can't afford to pay somebody else to do something that I could do. And it was only until I took that leap where I got to the rock bottom of needing help for things that I didn't enjoy doing as much as some of the other things. And for me, for us, I don't want to speak on behalf of you, but that was the paperwork component of things.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you what document was supposed to go where, and I would like lose folders, and I would save things in certain areas, and like I'd have my own folder document, and then half of it was in Google Drives, and I just lost track of everything. And it wasn't until I found someone, or we found someone who enjoys that organizational component, who also matched our energy and the messaging and who we trusted to communicate on our behalf.
Right.
That I was like, oh my gosh, like I felt like I was like scuba diving and I was like running out of oxygen, and somebody just came along and like handed me another like mask with a full tank of oxygen, and I was like, okay, I'm back to doing and enjoying a huge part of this line of work that requires you to be way more alert than I was.
So you said there was a point in time there where you hit the bottom. Can you explain what that bottom kind of looked like for you, to the point where you're just like, you know what? Whether or not, to your point, I can afford it or not, or I think that I can't afford it.
Right.
What pushed you over that to be like, nope, that's it. Let's do this.
I don't know if there was a specific moment or if it was a realization that I wasn't getting anything done. I was doing 10% of 100 things, and I was resenting a huge component. The only way to get paid is if your paperwork is done.
That's right.
And so I remember being like, where's the deposit slip for this? And where's the, and so I was associating this feeling of like stress and resentment towards getting paid, which is what I was working really hard to do to get paid.
Right.
But I was resentful about the process of getting paid. So I was just an unhappy person to be around. And it was only until I was like, I need to give somebody a little bit of this money that I'm getting paid to help alleviate this stress and help me get organized.
Right. Well, I think that that's the organization component, the administrative component. Those things need to happen within thriving businesses. Or if you are a business owner that aspires to be a very, very lucrative business, a high performing business, and a level of service that you provide better among everybody else. There's a lot of things, a lot of pieces to that puzzle, a lot of cogs in the machine, if you will, that need to all be working. And, coming from a territorial manager background for so many years, a heavy recruiter, finding and interviewing these people the right way instead of just finding somebody that can fill the position, that band-aid position, will hurt you in the long run. In the run of an alphabet, you can have people apply to provide you help that are an A, a B, or a C. Doesn't mean that you can't impact change, doesn't mean that you can't inspire them to want it more than the next person or do a good job. But if you hire a Q that's farther along in the alphabet, they possess a lot more of the traits, a lot more of the talent that you wouldn't normally see until later on if you hired an A, B, or C. What was so incredible talking about, our administrative assistant, our Gorilla Glue, our Super Glue, our PL Premium.
Our literal angel from heaven above.
Yeah.
She, the heavens parted.
That's it.
And she walked out and was like, I'm here.
Yes. When we met her, and the only reason why we're not shouting her out right now is I haven't asked for permission or consent to use her name.
Right. But we love you.
Yeah.
We love you so much.
You're a savior.
Yeah.
But it's amazing because things are effortless with her as well. She gets us. She understands that, the role that she plays, that we can't do it all. And then she does it at such a high level. And then she's, she speaks to our clients the way that we would speak to our clients, which is incredible, right? Because then everybody sees that everybody in our team is exactly the same.
Yeah.
Right? So when we start to grow our team out, we will look for the cues, right? We will look for the cues because there is a level and a standard that we want to be able to uphold to make sure the level of service is never skipped or doesn't break whatsoever. If you work with Erica, if Erica's away. And this is kind of how the whole leverage thing started, right? Because in this real estate industry, you're an individual unless you go onto a team first.
Yeah, sure.
But when you are
a solo agent. Yeah.
Right, but when you're a solo agent, doesn't mean you can't go on vacation. You can't spend time with your family. You can't do the things that you love. Can't go kayaking or hiking or,
For the record, I don't love any of those things, hiking or kayaking.
Right.
But.
Right, there you go. Golf trips, visit family, whatever.
Disney
There
World.
you go. Yeah, Disney, all those things, right?
Yeah.
You have to be able to, if you're going to work hard, you have to be able to enjoy it at the same time as well.
Absolutely.
And the hardest part is being able to find that person who can carry on your level of service, business, and communication exactly the same way that you would in the few days that you're away.
Yes.
And it's trust. It's also, the other person's logic and intellect.
Mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You just not going to hire anybody. You're not just going to hire anybody and think that they're going to do the same level. Especially if you have a high standard for yourself and your business.
For sure.
Right? If I go away or if you go away, don't worry, I got your back. So that was leverage in itself already.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's huge leverage, right? So, finding those people, I just feel like I've just been going.
I feel like I was going to say.
It's like my third coffee today. I'm just about to be 4. You know what I mean?
You
So
do not have to drink.
Exactly. I'll just turn both the cameras over to me and be like, I got it from here.
Well, I think I've lost my train of thought, but I think
I got more of it.
To your point, though.
More train of thought.
To your point. You're going to make me laugh. Having somebody who you trust in your office, who you can ask to take care of business on your behalf while you're away, is a really good way to slowly introduce leverage without having to shell out a salary, a fee for services, or what have you. It's a stepping stone to saying like, okay, I can see how this is worth something, and I can see how there's value to this leverage component. We don't want to take away from the idea of another expense not being overwhelming. That's
Right.
super overwhelming.
Right.
However, it's so easy for us on the other side to be like, yeah, but you'll make more money, you'll do more business once you make this choice.
Because you don't know what's on the other side of the fence. You don't know what to expect.
Right.
Right.
I was that person. I
Sure.
was like, man, I can't have an admin. I can't pay myself. Like I need dividends. I can't even do a monthly because I'm like this.
Right.
So for me, it was really trusting that this other person was going to be able to help me create more business. And I don't want to say we got lucky with who, we're working with as a result of that, but
Right.
I have without any doubt, because we took the time to see if it would be a right fit. We sat down, we consulted, we were honest with who we are as people and what it's like to work with us.
Right.
And she sees that firsthand, and she represents us and our brand and the quirkiness and the characters that we are and the equity that, that are like the value and the
Right.
experience that we bring.
Yes. She sees that as well. She sees the importance of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yes.
And she respects, like I'm going to say, she respects the hustle. She respects the hustle. She respects the vision. And, she wholeheartedly wants to be a part of that
Yeah.
and help us any way possible, which is incredible.
And she keeps us on track.
Yes.
Like she does things that we can't do.
Right.
And I am more than willing to help to pay somebody who does something that I'm not able to do. Pay for a service. I will pay someone to cook my food at a restaurant because I can't really cook.
Well, listen, I think I do steak really, really good, and I will pay a lot of money for a
Fair.
really good steak.
Fair.
I'll just tell you that, and I will eat every day
Fair.
for the rest of my life.
Right.
That's
Right. Right. I guess like we're getting as we tend to do, we're getting off topic, but the leverage component of your business, I think that it's really easy to hear listings, leads, leverage, and have it go in one ear and out the other because you're like, I'm just trying to live. And if we break down what listings means, if we break down what leads mean, if we break down what leverage means, I think it's easier to digest it one bite at a time that it's something that is a benefit to your business and who, as a person in general.
right.
Like the help that we have now has made me a better mom because I'm not frantically looking for a document that I need signed.
Well, the leverage are your parents and your in-laws as well.
100%.
You see what I'm saying?
We're so
right?
lucky.
Like, I mean, our leverage is going to be our friends. My in-laws
Yes.
a little bit farther away, right? But whenever they're there, it's amazing.
Oh yeah,
Right?
it takes a village
It does.
in every component
Yeah.
of your life.
And it's different, right? Because we're not the 9-to-5ers. We're not the 9-to-5ers, or we could schedule around being the 9-to-5. Like if you want to do good and you want to be successful, and you're putting everything on your back to be able to do good, and you're trying to do professional development, you're just trying to be better, and you're trying to swim faster than the rest of the pack, you're trying to be more creative than the rest of the people. In our industry, and especially being business owners within the real estate industry that we're in, we have such a high expectation that we want, and a high expectation that we put upon ourselves to do an amazing job. We need more people to help.
Yeah.
And to your point, Erica, is that, you get to the point where it's just like, I don't know if I can afford that, assistant, or I can't. And I totally get that because I was in the same way. But long time ago, I went through a solo agent, did amazing as a solo agent. I was like, man, I'm going to YouTube and find out what it's like to be on a team. Pros and cons of being on a team. I got onto the team. Spent a short time amount on that team. Because what I found was I didn't necessarily need the people on that team. I needed an assistant.
I would say there is zero successful businesses out there where the person who started it was like, well, I'm really glad that I'm here by myself, doing it all by myself.
Successful businesses, successful people never did it alone, right?
No.
If you as a successful solo agent, even without other leverage and things like that, if they are married, they have a spouse, they have a family,
Right.
they're
leveraging that responsibility at home.
yes, absolutely. And, they have to count on, like they also do it, with their support as well.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily even the support that you hire. It's being able to let go of the steering wheel, understand where you want to go, and also furthermore understand that there's other people that need to be there too to help you get past that glass ceiling that you keep trying to break through.
100%. I think the misconception when you get into real estate is that you're a real estate agent. You're not. You are everything. You are HR. You are your manager.
That's right.
You are your accountant. You are your, like.
Anxiety.
But truthfully, though,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like when you're like, oh, I'm a business owner.
Right.
Very few real estate agents refer to themselves as business owners.
Right.
And so I think that that's why a lot of the choices that would come with running a business feel so hard to lean into.
Right.
Because you're like, well, I'm a realtor. No, you're running a real estate business.
Yeah.
And with that business
Yeah.
comes
and you own
A,
it.
B, C, and
Yeah.
you own it.
And you own every bit of it.
Every bit of it.
Every bit of the blood, sweat, tears, late
Yes.
nights, grind,
Yeah.
the red eyes, the frustration. You own all of it.
Right. And I think that it's a difficult shift to go from a job to a career to a business.
Right.
You have to hit that next level, and only when you feel like you were running a business does leveraging by paying somebody for a service that they can help you grow
Right.
make more sense from an organic standpoint.
And then you leverage the right people.
Yeah.
You tag the best people in. Watch how your business doubles.
Yeah.
Triples.
Yeah.
Quadruples.
Yeah.
You break records. You do everything else. And all of that
Personal records.
with personal records.
Right. You don't have to be the best. We're not
But if you want to be, then that's it too.
then you got to continue to leverage what that looks
absolutely.
like.
Absolutely.
But I don't want people to be like, oh, I don't necessarily desire to be number one, so I don't need to leverage that. I don't want to be the best. I don't want to be the most creative. That's fine.
That's totally okay.
You want contentment. You want, what does contentment look like for you?
Right.
Figure out what leverage looks like for you once you establish that and work backwards.
Yes.
And I don't want to be like, and it's that easy. But
Right.
it's only that easy for us now because we're on the other side, because we
Right.
know how much of a blessing our admin has been.
That's
And
right.
we are excited for the growth of our team. Like there's movement happening because we're running it as a business.
That's it.
And I don't want to take away from the difficulty from going from like a job to a career to a business.
Right.
Is a big deal.
And one of the really cool tips to map out as well, to figure out what you really want to do, what you hate doing, what you like doing, what you dislike doing, is draw it out, map it out. Draw a T, one side, right, what you absolutely love doing. Other side, what you absolutely hate doing. Bottom side, what you like doing. The other side, what you really don't like doing. And find out what those tasks are, and it will lead you to what you should probably think about leveraging next, so that the other parts of what you love and like
Grows.
grows.
Yeah. Love that.
You know?
Look at you.
On to my fourth coffee. Let's
Right.
do this.
Right.
Let's do this.
Okay.